what do they exactly mean? What is the cloud of meaning that they represent? That is what interests me. That is what fascinates me. That would keep me busy. That would keep me active also. But there is no structured practice that I know of.
This is the structure what you were showing me, and by the way, a very good one, because it shows you regularity of these, yeah, how they regularly relate. So
okay, so how do you use this then? That is the question.
yeah, you know that kutra yatra tatra. You know how to use yatra tatra, yatach tatach, yada tada. When then?
Okay, no.
Yeah, where there. So why don't you make sentences? Yatra tatata, tatra tatata. Yada tatata, tada tatata. This is how.
Yeah, and then that's too easy and not effective.
Why
because
not?
of course I know that Putka means that and Yatra means that, and it's the difference between da and ta and those things that are important, and also the making it kutra, because there's utra and
Tra, suffix tra. The suffix is tra, and tra is most probably coming from root 3. We have it also in other words, such as mantra, yantra, tantra, all these tras, yes? Which means, truly speaking, which means the carrying, yeah? This tara, tara as a carriage, you know, in Latin words. Tri as a suffix of doer. Why doer? Because it is carrying, like datri, matri, yes? Datri, carrying, giving, or something. So this tra, this kind of carrying over space, crossing the space, crossing some river, yeah? Tarati, tarati, crossing. Also, if you jalam tarati, that you are swimming to another shore. From here, tara, the Latin, the boxes, yeah, tara, we call it even in Russian. Tara means you put into boxes and boxes will carry it. So interesting that 3 has something to do with this transportation, trans. Now this is
I was thinking trans, yeah.
Yeah, so this transportation from one place to another has something to do with space. From one space to another space. So here is kutra. Kutra where? Where do you go? Where it is being transported. Kutra. And even these mantra, carrying the mind, yantra, carrying this yam, the Spartan, yeah, or tantra, the carrying, the spreading, which means the string actually. So you could see the tra is everywhere if you are interested in that. Yeah, that there is a deeper meaning of it, of course, behind, which is more etymological. And then, of course, it is clear why this suffix was used for space and carrying in space. So tatra means there, spreading there, or crossing there, tatra, that, moving, or atra, moving here, crossing to here, or sarvatra, crossing everywhere, anyatra, crossing elsewhere. Again, yeah. Tach, I cannot tell you why, truly speaking.
Well, that is a difficult one, huh? Tach and da.
Da, yes, with da is quite a thing, because da is a root da, to give. Da, to separate. And to give, to separate, to give is to cut. Yeah. So it is actually cutting, some cut, you know, some
cut and give.
Yes, cut or give. Cut, yeah, cut is first, giving is next. Giving is cutting, actually. When you cut, you already give, because
yeah, you're not sticking it anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't stick to you anymore, so it's given. Yeah. So here this with kada, tada, yada, sarvada, in a way, something of that kind in time. In time, you have to cut this because on the time scale, you truly speaking do not have the relation of space anymore. So, for example, from today to yesterday or tomorrow, there is some cutting happening. There is there is a portion of space which you can take, but then beyond that portion of space, for example, in the evening, you cannot take anymore as the same space. So the space is being not connected. I'm saying something
Very
incredible, by the way, philosophical, very unexpected, because I never thought of these. You're pushing me into the streams, actually. Um, I would never dare to go that way. But it is true. I always thought and intuitively felt that Da has something to do with this amazing thing, measurement in time. Now, measurement in time is difficult to capture by space. So because the Earth is turning around itself, so how would you connect that space where was Earth before, and then Earth is flying around the sun and sun around the center? So all this shift of space, how can you really connect to one? You can't. So you must take this portion of space as time. We measure by time now, not by space. So
well.
space,
Time and space is the same because if you see that, um, well, it's the one of the things anyway. If you look at it the way you just did, then if you take a moment from, so the Earth is turning. Is it turning that way? Yeah, probably no, I don't know. So you cut it off to count. So that's why it
yeah,
makes no, because it will
absolutely.
not remain in the same space. The
Yeah,
moment that you start looking, you create like a moment from when you started. So you create space also, like time space.
absolutely. We are dividing spaces in accordance with the material. For example, we are on Earth in this particular uh, room. I am. Yeah, I'm sitting in this room. I'm cutting with this room. In terms of time, I'm sitting in the same space, but it is not the same. There is something happening. Yeah, there's always cutting of the space because this space is always in another space. Yeah, it never stays in the same space
No, it's
because
moving. Yeah.
yeah, it's always moving into another space according to Earth, according to the sun. We are always in another space, but the illusion is that it is the same space because I'm sitting in the same room day and night. But I fly through the universe already billions kilometers within two days and nights. So here there is some cutting happening. There's some kind of dividing of this particular space in accordance with that universal space. We are constantly doing this reconnection. And this is timeline. This is incredible what I say now. I'm just wondering myself about this. This is amazing, truly speaking, if you think of it, why
Well,
the suffix "die" is used.
but da, I
Yeah,
mean,
this is
da
giving.
makes something. There's a um, point basically, and da is like going somewhere. You told me about this. You have the near past and the near future and the now together form one whole somehow. So I mean, it's not the so the near future means like afterthoughts. When I know what's going to happen, but I know that we are going to be in this class until like let's say something externally happens or the time goes to a certain point. So that's like the near future. And the near past is when we started, we know this and this. But then before we started, nobody knows what actually happened because it's a story that I tell you or you tell me, or I mean, it's just it's relative, It's like what it's there's the whole. We are in the bubble now of the near past and the near future. And the da, means space, no? So then the from a point towards somewhere. I mean, now I can remember why da is the time thing and tach is the where from thing, or at least the other thing. You know, because I was always mixing those two up. Tra was always easy, but tach and da was always mixed up. And
By the way,
tam,
in Russian also kada is when. So it's very difficult to miss it. Tada, then. So some languages use this.
Interesting.
Yeah, there is, of course, there is another one, dha suffix, which is also interesting. Ekadha, bahudha, and tha, the manner, tha and dha. It has something to do with already with stationary or stating or settling or very close to da also cutting, but not only cutting, but also establishing. If da is more cutting and less establishing, though it is also establishing particular space to a particular time, the same here, dha is a manner in which it is done, or tham, tha. So
The her adds a fashion to it, like how, the way how.
right. There is something with this aspiration which is added to it. That aspiration adds a new sense of it. Yes. And it becomes more pervasive in that thing. Yeah? So that that touch of the consonant is spreading like a sand into the aspiration, into the vowel. It kind of spreads out. It is breaking its own substance into the vowel and disappears in it. So it has
Yeah,
the
it gives it like a taste to it.
transition. Yeah. And in that sense, most probably it has something to do with substantive being present through that thing, action. And that has a sense of staying or sense of establishing. And something has to do with how it is happening. It's
Anyway, there's a way of doing this. The her adds it to the time basically.
right, yeah. That I is the time factor. Um,
Okay, and then I have the problem with English basically. Like, okay, so I can know, okay, question and manner, okay, that's how, basically. But and then relative and manner is how again, but then the different way. But then and pointing, far pointing. Yeah, this is a very nice square. But what we maybe should, or maybe it exists. I don't want to invent. You know, isn't there? Um, wait, my internet is unstable. Can you see me still? Or not?
yeah.
Because this is what I like. I mean, I can talk for hours about all these. Why and how and all those things. About why and how, no, that's what we're talking about. But isn't there like a structured way of exercising this, just like the sate taha and so on?
Yeah, there is. This is a way we can play with this. We can take tra and just exhaust it, yeah, or take tach and exhaust it. By the way, we should do this because these are the basics of knowing grammar. You will know how to build the sentence properly, easily. This is the whole syntax is here within this scheme. Yeah? You can put anything in order because of these. These are ordering words. They are making sentences meaningful. They're bits and pieces. Yada, tada, yatra tatra. You can really make very easily sentences with these. And also, I wanted you to pay attention to this. Look at this. Substantive represents nominative usually. Yeah? That who, what, yeah? Active, not accusative. Yeah? But space, or tra, where to, in the movement it will be the accusative, and where located is will be locative. So the suffix tra will cover the accusative and locative. Suffix tach, where from, will cover ablative. This is the cause. Suffix da will relate just on the scale of time to both space and time. So we can say it is locative. When, that day, in the night, in the day, and so on. Look, but on the scale of time, manner, how, will relate immediately to instrumental. Yes, how it is done. And aim, what for, will relate to dative. And you can see that these are also the cases in a way.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah?
That is what C's made, no? The overview thing.
Yeah, that's what we discussed with her, because how to understand why these categories are there. Yeah, space, cause, time, manner, aim. So why? Because we don't have other categories. The mental categories are limited in number. We cannot create some new category out of the blue. We don't have. Our mind is not capable of doing it. It is limited to this toolbox. Yeah? So it's quite an amazing thing.
Huh? Of a lot, you know. I mean, if you look at this, what it can. I think there should be maybe I should make something out of it, but I have no idea how to.
You think you can discover more and more things and create some explanation, some system. This is half of the language, by the way. If this is taken in, then poof. Now look at this. Cause, tach, can be used with any substantive. So you can use not only sarvatach from everywhere or anyatach from elsewhere. You can use also mitratach from the friend, vrikshatach from the tree, grihatach from the house, and so on. You name it. You put any name. Naditaha, nadi, feminine gender, and add taha suffix, and it will be ablative from the river. You can skip ablatives from now on and use never nadyaha, but you use naditaha, and it will be correct.
Yeah, now you're giving me advice.
No, you can really do it, and this is done in spoken Sanskrit, in Sanskrit Bharati. They put taha everywhere. Naditaha, senataha. You can make your own taha for any word without changes of the word. Yeah? Nadi stays with long e, and taha, naditaha. Now, this is one. The aim, artham, also can be added to any substantive. Not only sarvartham for everyone and yadartham for some other thing, but also mitrartham for the friend, vrikshartham for the tree, and you can add artham to anything, sanskritartham for Sanskrit, devartham for the god, any. Yeah? So these two, where from and wherefore, yeah, for and from, dative and ablative, you have very good formation. So you can forget dative and ablative for all the words. Yeah? You can say nadyartham for the nadi, because nadi plus artham become nadyartham for the river. What else? This vat suffix, look at this quality, we didn't look into it. How, kiyat, yavat, tavat. This is a very famous form. Yavat, tavat, as much as so. Yeah. Yavat, for example, bhavan vadati, yavat bhavan ichchati, how much you want, tavat aham karomi, that much I do, I suppose. Yeah? So, and then you have this sarvavat, it means like, yeah? Like everyone, ekavat, as one. as one, Anyavat as another, yeah? And then Mitravat as a friend, Vrikshavat as a tree. So instead of using, for example, Eva as if, yeah, you can Grihavat as a house. So you can have this vat suffix throughout. So you have tach, artham, and vat suffix throughout. Moreover, you can make abstract names, which are very useful. If you want to say friendship or something, you make mitratvam. The suffix tvam or ta, oneness, ekatvam, ekata, anyatvam, anyatvam, otherness. Yeah? So you can philosophize now, vrikshatvam, the quality of the trees. Yeah? Instead of saying something, how trees behave, you say vrikshatvam, their quality, their characteristic, devatvam, the deity or godliness. Manushyatvam, humanity. Yeah? You can easily add tvam to any word and make the characteristic of that. Naditvam, the quality of the river. You understand how what a scope you have here. Huge. And that means these four, the tach, artham, vat, and tvam suffixes can be added to all substantives. Incredible. There's such a freedom of usage, and it's regular. Okay? I hope you are happy. Otherwise, you become unhappy, and this is not helpful for Sanskrit studies. I always try to pull you out from this place when.
My depression. When I get the rush. No?
Yeah.
But now can we repeat the nominative and everything because?
Yeah, you can do it yourself. Please, yeah, do it yourself. You will discover it. It's indispensable. You can't avoid it. If you think about substantive, what is substantive? Someone, yeah, kaha. You can have substantive in question, far, near, and relative. Look how beautiful it is. Substantives you can ask about substantive. Who?
So where is the first one is the nominative,
yes.
The substantive, and then the space is the location. Well, where, but then
yes.
As in the other.
Yeah, location or accusative when it is moving. Yeah? Where do you go? Graham gachami. I go home. So when there is a movement towards the object, it is kutra, where it is traveling, where it is carrying me to. Yeah, crossing. Where does it cross? So it's also the direction that means accusative and locative. Locative can be also with time. Yeah, that means location in time, in the night or in the day. So space location and time location. Yeah, both are time and space. And then cause. Cause is quite clear. Yeah? Ablative. Where from? Tach. So you can use with any substantive. Yeah? Mitratach, from the friend. By the way, mitratach, from the friend, can be also because of the friend. The friend is the cause of action. So because of friend, mitrataha, or from the friend, mitrataha, I received this. And then manner is quite clear, how, and that is instrumental. How do you do it? You can answer anyatha, otherwise, or sarvatha, in every way. Ekatha.
Time doesn't have its own?
Huh?
Time, when? Doesn't have its own, it's also locative then?
Locative, yes. In the day, in the night, yes. It's location in time, on the scale of time.
But it also happens in space, but then just the time factor. No, I have to take away the time there. No?
In space is tra, yes. Time is da. Mm.
Mm. And then there's the why. Ah, that's two. That's the dative, no?
Yes, correct. Dative, yes. Why? Or what for? What is the aim? What is the purpose? Purpose, aim. It goes beyond immediate action. It is going towards the future. Yeah? If causality comes from the past, because of what? Yeah, so to say, what was the reason? What was the reason of your action? Yeah? Then the aim. What is the aim? What will be the purpose of it? Doing it moves to the future. So dative is towards the future, whereas ablative is towards the past. That's why it is a cause.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very interesting kind of build-up system, which covers all our mental tools, all possible categories, mental categories we can operate with. Then there is, of course, number, which we skipped altogether because only three, and never used with anything else. It's how many of them, how many substantives can be there. So how many, that many, tati, and which many. So that's it. We can ask kati pustakani, how many books, or
Mm.
kati, I don't know, janaha, how many
Does it,
people.
yeah, but it doesn't change with the word, does it?
No, it doesn't change, it
Not like
stays.
kimika.
No, there's only these three, unfortunately. Well, I can't imagine that you can make a tea. Maybe you can. Wait a minute, let us think for a second. Maybe these bhavati and so on, gachati, tea.
Wouldn't that be funny? Like the T means more, but T, the gachati means he does it, no?
Yeah, it doesn't fit there because gachat is the participle present tense, and e is added to make it's not t actually. Mm. But still,
Yeah,
it's
T.
funny that it corresponds here with t. Okay, now doesn't fit. So this kati yati tati, we can leave it for now. But yat, kiyat, yavat, tavat, vat suffix. Yat is only in question, but in
Mm-hmm.
all the rest is vat only. Is that much, as that. Yeah. So as, like, sarvavat, like everyone. I can even look into the dictionary. It would be interesting to see how they translate these things.
I think it's too
Sarva,
short, no?
sarvavat. Yeah, containing all. That's how they have only. This is interpretation. Dictionary does not help really. It's really absolutely not helpful because they do not see the whole picture. They just
Mm.
take and interpret that in the text. If
Yeah,
it,
only one instance of it. It doesn't try to look at the general direction of it.
look, Ekavat will explain. Like one. This is exactly, we have to put like, as one. So, or simple. You can get to this, Ekavat, simple, because like one. As in the case of one, or being or becoming like one, aggregation even. So the meanings are kind of spread, stretched out, yeah, because contexts can be different in which you apply the sekavat, like one or as one. In the additional meaning, it will arise. Anyavat would be interesting to see. So like, we have to use like or as.
Yeah, it's like Sarvavat is like everything then, as everything.
Yeah.
But how, well, so that is one of the other things. So in a mathematical way, you can use Sanskrit to make a meaning. Like you use eka one, and what as like pointing to dot dot. So you get as one. But in English, they have to describe this because it doesn't function in this way.
We are not going to English. We are trying to use the meanings, the toolbox. Yeah, English
Mhm.
is only descriptive for us. We use another
Yeah.
reference. Yeah, some
Okay,
English
but
is.
then at one point I want to see. I still don't know what I want to read exactly, but I want to read something, and I know it's going to be um, the interpretation of what it says, and then research in how other people interpret the same, and what kind of people are they, and why did they color it this way. But we still have to find out what exactly I want to read. Huh? But it's closer and closer. I mean, I know I haven't looked in the books anymore because I kind of didn't want to. I finished your class, oh no, the Cradle of Civilizations, by the way, last week or this week.
What?
So, hmm?
What did you say? What did you finish?
Uh, this one?
Ah, okay.
Very nice. Somebody else wants to borrow it, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to. It's not my book now, so I don't really want to. But yeah, no, not gonna do it. But now somehow I want to move on. Like this is, I know we can't, but I do want to.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Maybe
you have to leave your these crunches, the the sticks slowly. You have to learn to walk without them, and it will be okay. This thing requires contemplation. You have to discover it yourself. Yeah, it's not enough that I will tell you what I have thoughts about it. But you build up this system, you look into the dictionary, and you will have this, how it relates, because I discovered this myself, that this is throughout relates. Yeah. So the suffixes relate to a particular modality of building the meaning. Now I see how I don't put any meanings here, see, in English, because I think we will arrive at them. Yeah. And now I just put here what, as you can do this with the dictionary. You can put right and what, and it will give you all the words where what is the conclusive part. Yeah. So agravat, being at the top, agnivat, for example, being near the fire. Yeah. But you immediately understand that this is the meaning which people arrived at. Yeah. It's like agni, yeah? Joined to another fire even. Yeah, joined because like
build.
agni, yeah? It's as agni. So it's not the meaning of being near the fire. But they couldn't arrive at any other meaning. So the contextual position of this agnivat was in this particular sense of being near the fire. But it is not at all the meaning. Agunavat, for example, destitute of qualities, without good qualities. Agunavat, having no
It's
qualities.
full of an empty of at the same time. It's like a negative full.
Right. Yeah, you can put any word with what. You see
Okay,
such a
so
long
anywhere with
list of what words at the end.
example, adrishavat and unseeable.
Yeah,
No.
adrishta, not seen. Yes, what? It's like lucky or unlucky, fortunate even. So means from nowhere, unknown. Yeah, and not seen.
Unseen, but drish is perceive, no?
Yes, drishta is seen. Adrishta is not seen. So fortunate. Yeah, it's a contextual meaning. So you can develop this way of thinking about the major meaning and contextual, and that would help you to apply those things. But the applications are not all in the dictionary. You cannot find all of them. You will find only a selection of them. Connected with or arising from destiny even. Wow. Atharvavat even. We have Atharva, like Atharvan. Yeah? You see? Now, when you see indeclinable, this is our suffix. When you see adrishtavat, mfn, it is not our suffix. It is vat suffix which has vant, strong. You can use adrishtavan, yeah? In the nominative, drishtavanta or drishtavanta, it will have as maruts. But you have to see this indeclinable, yeah? Like atharvan or atrivat, indeclinable, like atri. This is our suffix, atri rishi. Okay, this is how you can, and tvam, this is an incredible suffix. You can really be free now to express things which is very difficult to express in language. Yeah, this quality of the being. Yeah, ota, ekata, ekatvam. Yeah.
You, no?
Hmm?
Tvam, it's you, no?
Yeah.
Like tu.
Yes.
The other.
Yeah, maybe tattvam. That you, tattvam. Thatness, tattvam. Etattvam, thisness. Sarvatvam, everyness. Ekatvam,
Yeah,
oneness.
the state of being, basically.
Yes. Anyatvam, otherness. Bahutvam, manyness. All these words which are philosophically used all the time. And even kinta or kimtvam. Yes.
You would like to
Whatness.
go into the dictionary and find, for instance, tvam, and then find all of them, and then go and see what all these mean and kind of distill a general direction of meaning out of it.
Yeah.
Play
Okay.
with them.
Tva. You have to use tva most probably. Yes. Akritva. State of not agency, of non-agency. Akartritva. That means not acting, not active state, where you are not the actor. How would you put it in language? So difficult, yes? The state in which you are not the actor.
So the a is not, then
Yes.
kart is the doing,
Kartri, the doer.
and tva is the state.
Yes.
So you could have a piba, apatra, apadva is like the state of not drinking, is soberness.
No. You have to have some substantive. Pa is not substantive. Yeah. Apanatvam. For example, pana is the substantive, the drink. Apanatvam, you can create a word. Yes. Agunatva, absence of qualities, and so on. Akarunatva, harshness, cruelty.
Something? Absence of?
Say it again.
Does it have to be absence of? I mean, of course, if you use a in front, then it's absence of, but it could be, it's easier to have the, no, purva, and then puratva, full of it.
Purnatvam, yes, fullness. He look, fullness, such a beautiful word. Yeah? Apurnatvam, not fullness, yeah? But not emptiness. Yeah, that doesn't mean emptiness. And so on. You just go through these, you will find incredible insights for you. Angatvam, state of subordination or dependence. Anga means the member, the limb. So angatvam, that means application or kind of, the state of subordination, dependence, the being of secondary importance or being unessential. So it's like a anga, like the member, rather than the central part. You see where the mind is going with this. But you can use it differently.
Yeah, because I would say if Anga is a member and the support, then you would say
Membership.
Angatva, because it's not supported. It's not
No, no, no.
the
Anga
one.
is the member. Anga is the limb.
Yeah,
Angatvam, the limpness, the membership. This is membership, literally.
Angatva.
So
You're part of a bigger
right.
something.
That's why not essential. Being unessential because you are a part, a member, not the central part. So this is where the mind developed new meaning.
Mm.
So, and this is a long, long list with twa at the end. I'm sure it's only with us starting, and it will be all the rest.
Yeah, it goes past all of them. So, um, do you have, or did you give it to me already? The all the prefixes.
Prefix, yes. Prefixes are, yes, essential. They're important because, to feel the prefixes and to know what they mean with different verbs will take time, yeah? But you have to see them in literature, you have to see them being used. But we didn't deal with prefixes separately from the lessons. They're given in the lessons, yeah?
Yeah, but I like it more when you have like everything with abi and everything with pra and everything with, so that you get this feeling of what it means. No, is there a list of all the prefixes?
Yes, there is a list. I will give you. Shabda Manjari has all of them in one go, I think.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure where it is.
Oh, thanks.
This is an,
oh, wow.
Shabda Manjari gives you all the possible these vibhaktis. Yeah? I don't think it is here. Maybe it is not here. Let me see in the content. It is not here. It must be in the other one, Dhaturupa. Okay, I'm going to Dhaturupa one second. It is there. Here, in this Dhaturupa Manjari. You have this one, yeah, Manjari?
No, I don't have this one.
You should have.
Is it in the shared?
This is all in Sanskrit, of course, but very easy Sanskrit. We can read through him. And a little English. And here we should have, oh, here they are. Here they are, the whole list. Yeah? The following are 20 upasargas, commonly prefixed to the roots and their meanings. Ati, beyond, over. So atikramati goes beyond. Adhi, over, above. Adhigachati goes up. Ano, and so on.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Page 12.
20 of them.
Mm.
It's enough for us for now.
Yeah, I just need these pages. No, I can print them and then I can just hang them on my wall again.
Do you have
another?
This, you must have it.
I don't have this one. I can look in the if it's in the if you can mail it to me.
I will mail it. Okay. Okay, then this is, we can stop here for today if you want to. And then we can go and do more next time, whatever you need. But we can develop this with cheat. If you look at this, our scheme. Yeah.
It was quite nice.
If you look at our, sorry, you are breaking and I don't hear you. If you look at our cheat, you add cheat to all of these. You can add any of these questioning words with cheat will have this something. Yeah, kutra cheat somewhere, kutashit from somewhere, kadachit sometime, karhi cheat in some way or sometime, katham cheat somehow, kimartham cheat for something, kati cheat some number. Kia cheat somehow, some kidrish cheat, it's never used, but you can use. Even kimtva cheat or kimta cheat. So, okay.
Could you mail me the page, what was the last thing we looked at?
Yes, this.
And I can, yeah.
I can mail you the whole thing, Dhatu Rupa Manjari. Yeah?
Yep.
And you can take this 6 and 7 page. And also there are more upasargas here, and it's 8th page even. Antarbhu, Avirbhu, Tirasbhu. These also are important. Yeah, these are also used as prefixes. By the way, you can use more words as prefixes, and we have to speak about this. It is at the end of the course, but since we are speaking of upasargas, you can use any substantive as a prefix to the verb with long E. For example, spashta is clear, but spashti karoti is used as a prefix with long E, which means clarifying.
Clear making.
So there is a way of using substantives as prefixes, or adjectives as prefixes rather. For example, shukla is white, shukli karoti means whitening. So root kri with the shukla together with through e long e becomes a prefix of this doing white, making white. Not all of them are used, but this is the technique which you can use. Yeah, and if you use it, it will be clear what you want to say. Okay, all right, we can stop here for today, and I will send you the paper.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so see you then. Yeah, mantra. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti, shanti, shanti.
Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti, shanti, shanti.
Hari Om. Okay, see you then. Yeah. Namaste. Bye.
Bye.